Good everyone, welcome to this video. Today we have a review on the B-239. This is essentially a Finnish F2A1 Buffalo. This aircraft was a barrel of laughs to play. It only took 4 matches to spade the thing, but it was an absolute blast. I had a lot of fun with this aircraft. And quite, like, 1 or 2 guys in my Discord were knocking this plane saying, oh, it's not very good. And I'm like, are you daft? It's a Buffalo. These things are great fun. And that's really why I wanted to, get the B-239 spaded, because obviously I've had a lot of experience with the Buffaloes over the years. I mean, my first premium was Thatcher's Buffalo back when that was a thing. There's obviously the Tech Tree F2A1, there's the F2A3, and now that I've got a Finnish Buffalo to actually play with, how does this thing stack up? Well, as you can see on the stat card, it's actually the slowest Buffalo, which it did feel a little slower. However, its agility is about the same as the US F2A1 Buffalo, so it can turn pretty well. Now, the match you're actually going to be seeing is completely stock in terms of performance. Like, it was my very first flight in the aircraft. And whilst it isn't the most stellar in terms of, massive amounts of kills, it just goes to show that you really shouldn't underestimate a Buffalo in this day and age. But anyway, let's talk about the aircraft. So we'll start off with the engine. So this is the Wright Cyclone R1820-40. This has 850 horsepower on 100% and 1001 on web. Now if we look at the other Buffaloes, so this is the F2A3, it has less power than the F2A3 and has a little bit more power than the F2A1. So it can do some work, obviously, in terms of its engine, but where the B-239 really comes into its own element is the guns. Now, of course, stock belts, which you're going to be seeing in this gameplay, aren't the best. Like, they do hit hard, but I would personally recommend ground targets. As you can see, though, we have 250 rounds per 12.7 up here, and then on the wings, we have 400. These LKK-42s are the same as on the Pyramirski, if you happen to own that already. But of course, a newer player is likely looking at this review for advice and everything like that. All you really need to know is that these have very similar ballistics to a 50 cal from the American Tech Tree, very similar. In terms of recommended belts, of course, ground targets is probably your best bet. Default can do some work, but ground targets for me was doing the most damage. Air targets was a spark fest. Tracers is workable, but again, it depends on your choice. Stealth attack is 50-50, and uni is about 75. Ground targets for me was just working the most consistently, and when it comes to winning engagements, you do definitely need some firepower to put it down. Now, of course, unlike the F2A3, this one does not get bombs. But of course, this aircraft felt very similar to the F2A1, so that makes perfect sense. But I must admit, if we do get the VL Humu, I think it is, I don't know how the hell you say it, it's Finnish. But if we get that Buffalo, I think the Buffaloes are definitely going to be feared from the Finnish Tech Tree, that's for sure. Well, technically the Swedish Tech Tree, but you get my point. So, now that we've covered the aircraft, let's go take a look at my little spade table. And we will see how the spade went. Let's go and take a look, shall we? So welcome to my little table. As you can tell, this is what I do for my spade reviews now. Obviously, normally I only talk about the more important battles. So the only battles I'm going to really be talking about is the first match and the fourth match. So the first match, which is going to be what you're going to be seeing today, is 3 air kills, 8 ground kills, 1 assist, no death, 10,022 SL, 2,707 RP. You're more than welcome to pause the video to read the last few, by the way. And of course, Battle 4 was 3 air kills, 2 ground kills, 0 assists, didn't die, 3,932 SL, 1,999 RP. Pretty simple spade, to be brutally honest. I mean, it's not often where you can get 9 kills, no deaths, and spade a plane completely outright. Obviously, that's going to be different for everyone, because I know the Buffalo at the back of my hand. But all I will say is, if you're definitely going down the finish line, give this thing a try. It is a lot of fun. Do use ground targets on the actual aircraft, and trust me, you're going to be having a lot of fun with this. But anyway, I'm going to hand you over to the gameplay now. It's me and Lonius, and I will see you all on the next one. Alright, going to begin recording now, because we're a good bit into the map already. This is the short Rua, because it's a lower BR.
Hurricane has, I think, one other camouflage.
Well. Yeah, the Hurricane does. And speaking of Hurricane, he just committed to that isle too. And the C200 is doing the exact same thing.
Oh, what? I'm gonna be an attacker zombie.
Attacker zombie. No, we call those lawnmower zombies.
Oh, lawnmower
yeah,
zombie.
stock climb rate on a buffalo. It's been years since I've flown a stock buffalo. Like, it's not amazing in the climb, but it's a stock buffalo. I'll actually tell you a little bit of a story about the buffalo and me. The last time I played the tech tree buffaloes, not the premium buffalo, the Thatchers, would have been like 5-6 years ago, because after I spaded them, I never really used them. That's a lot of enemy fighters, but one thing I do remember about the buffalo is she is very maneuverable. At least for an American plane. But at the minute, I am struggling for altitude. I've been climbing for nearly 4 minutes, and I'm only just hitting 7,000 feet.
Well, I barely have any ammo left, and I think I jumped.
You probably
some
did.
Of my guns, so
the 7.7s are pretty, like, they jam really easily if you're consistent with your shooting and stuff like that. So just be careful. Right. This thing's got Swedish gun, or Finnish guns. Let's see if nice guys finish last. There's the crit.
Default belts worked pretty well for me in the first game.
I just blew something off him. I wasn't sure if I was hitting a teammate, so I held my fire a brief bit there. Well, buffaloes are pretty maneuverable, so I should be able to keep with the yak. I don't really want to dive too much, but, well, I want to kind of finish him off. There we go, that's a fire. Teammate is trying to steal it, because of course he is. Would not be a day where a teammate tries to steal your kill. There we go. Finish off my kill.
First blood.
Yep, first kill. 1,300 rounds. I was a bit trigger happy, but to be fair, the yaks, like stock belts plus a yak, yeah, it's a yak. It's going to be annoying to put down. I noticed as well, like, this thing doesn't carry any bombs, which surprised me, because you'd have thought the Finns would like a bit of versatility, but to be fair, they'd have to have strength and wings for that, so they probably just took the earlier buffaloes. I think this is an F2A1 buffalo. I don't see a tail hook like you mentioned.
Looks like it.
Yeah, there goes him. Got a 109E on me now and a 112. Yeah, she definitely snaps like I remember her too. She does snap round really easily. And the engine also likes to snap around in the overheat. Critical hit on him. I've got another 109 coming towards me. This is a 3-on-1 dogfight in a stock buffalo. Okay, that is a maneuver kill. Where's he gone? Where's he gone? There he is. I don't know where he's gone. There he is. Should be able to reverse him. Come on, baby. Swing it up. Bring it up. Bring it up. That's it. Gonna have to dodge because of the 109. Right, I'm not going to put flaps down because that's going to bleed my speed. I need to keep the speed up. That's him gone. I might not be able to beat this 109 here, but I've got a teammate coming in. I should be able to use him for a bit of assistance here. Let's see if I can bait for him. Took a bit of a ding. I'm okay.
Nice job.
I got a bit of damage on him. Yeah, this thing flies just like I remember it. It's been a while since I played the buffalo. Like the premium buffalo, I last took a couple of years ago for my I think one of the premium series. I'm gonna let him have that. He's done most of the work. There you go, mate. That's that one. Okay. But yeah, the last time I really used the Buffalo was the Premium Thatchers, and yeah, the Premium Thatchers I used in like 2019, I think it was, for the Premium series. It was one of the first planes that featured in that series. So me and the Buffalo, we definitely do have some former bond, so to speak. I think I did the F2A3 in a Talisman series episode at one point. I don't remember. I do have a Talisman on it, but I don't remember.
Up until the point when I managed to figure out how to get... I think in Birds of Steel we already had like the same Silver Lion currency, but you didn't have any research points, so all you needed to do was get Silver Lions.
Yeah, exactly. So like, I knew about Birds of Steel and everything. Like, I never played it, but obviously when I was starting to play War Thunder, this was like the Buffalo was one of the first planes that I was really introduced to. Like, I knew some of like the more iconic planes. I didn't know about the Buffalo when I first started playing War Thunder, because I was only, how old was I when I started playing War Thunder? I was 15 at, oh no, I was 14 at the time, and like my history knowledge was still not like the highest at that time. But it's the fact that over time throughout War Thunder I've learned so much playing and so much just by general research. It's just been a lot of fun. Right, I've just run out of ammunition.
Still, I had absolutely zero knowledge of aircraft and stuff like that, but that game made me love aviation.
There goes the BV-138. There's just 2 bombers left, one of which is an SB-2M. Yeah, I like this thing. It's been ages, as I said, since I flew a Buffalo, but this thing's done rather well this match. We took a bit of a ding to the right wing, but nothing insignificant that really affected the aircraft too much. So yeah. There was a mosquito on my wall. I tried to hit them. It's just flown off into the nether, so I don't know where it's gone, and I'm hoping it doesn't come for me because I hate mosquitoes.
Who doesn't?
Well, those little bastards think I'm juicy, so they always bite me, and then I wake up in the morning and I've got a freaking itch on my leg. It's annoying. But yeah, most of our team is left, so we should be good for like good for just general thing really. Like, we can farm ground targets, farm AI, it doesn't really matter. So it's just little things like that, you know. Yeah, that SP is getting ripped to bits. Yep, that's the game.
That makes me think. I would love to have the
I can make the old Buffalo snap round. It won't beat you in the dogfight, but she maneuvers rather well.
I'd love to have the Spitfire with only 2 cannons as like a premium.
I wouldn't even say that. I'd probably say like a event vehicle.
Or that. Yeah, probably that.
Yeah, probably
would be like
an event vehicle.
MB-157.
So yeah, not a bad little result. We did have to cut to the hangar there because there was literally nothing else by the time I got off the aircraft or the runway. That was pretty much it. But yeah, this thing's still got it to this day.